Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's topic for presentation is Genioglossus. It's one of the muscle of the tongue. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification. If you like this video, kindly press the thumbs up button at the end of watching this video. On the tongue, there are two lateral borders, the right lateral and the left lateral border, and there is tip. There is a surface facing upwards. It's called the dorsal surface, and the surface facing downwards is called the ventral surface of the tongue. Okay. Within this tongue, maybe muscles are there. The muscles can be categorized into two varieties: extrinsic muscles and intrinsic muscles. Extrinsic muscles comes from bones around this tongue and finally goes to the tongue. It alters the position of the tongue with respect to these bones from where it is coming. Whereas intrinsic muscles are those muscles present within the tongue that alters the contour of the tongue. Okay. So coming to the extrinsic muscles of the tongue, palatoglossus from palate to the tongue, styloglossus from styloid process to the tongue, genioglossus from genial tubercle of mandible to the tongue. This bulky muscle is called genioglossus. Hyoglossus from hyoid bone to the tongue. Hyoglossus. All these muscles are extrinsic muscles. So there are four extrinsic muscles on one side. This is left side. So there will be similar muscles on the right side of the tongue. Though tongue is one in number, within this one wall will be there. It's called the median fibrous raphe that divides the tongue into two halves, the right half and the left half. So totally there are palatoglossus, styloglossus, genioglossus and hyoglossus on one side. Similarly, like this on the other side also it will be there. So coming to the actual topic, genioglossus. So what is this? It is an extrinsic muscle of the tongue. This is the genioglossus. Actually the bulk of the tongue is formed by genioglossus. So this is diagrammatic representation. Okay. From this mandible, inner surface of the chin. Chin is formed by mandible only, right? So from there, the entire mucous membrane of the tongue, this red color stuff, mucous membrane of the tongue, it will go. Okay. So we'll see that in detail. Location, this muscle is there from the mandible to the tongue. So it is there in the oral cavity basically. Okay. Location of the genioglossus is within the floor of the oral cavity to be specific. Coming to the origin of this muscle. It takes origin from the superior genial tubercle of mandible. This is the mandible. The inner surface of the mandible bears two tubercles, one above and one below. The above one is called as superior genial tubercle. The below one is called as inferior genial tubercle. From the inferior genial tubercle to the hyoid bone, there will be one muscle, geniohyoid. Geniohyoid. From the superior genial tubercle to the tongue, that is genioglossus. So this geniohyoid forms the root of the tongue. If try to pluck out the tongue, it won't come because geniohyoid is anchoring this tongue to the bones, that is the mandible and the hyoid bone. So it's called the root of the tongue. Now the genioglossus, it takes origin from the superior genial tubercle of the mandible. It fans out like one China fan. It fans out like this into three fibers. The upper fibers are also called as anterior fibers, the middle fibers or the intermediate fibers, and the posterior fibers. As you can see, the upper fibers or the anterior fibers are going towards the tip of the tongue, that is the insertion. Okay. The middle fibers or the intermediate fibers is going to get attached to the mucous membrane of the dorsum of the tongue. Whereas the lowermost fibers are going towards this bone. This bone is hyoid bone. That is the insertion. Upper fibers to the tip of the tongue, middle fibers to the dorsum of the tongue, lowermost fibers to the hyoid bone. Got it? This is the origin and insertion of genioglossus. Come to the action. The upper fibers is there, no? This upper fibers. Upon contraction, it will bring the tip inside the oral cavity. That's called retraction. So it retracts the tip of the tongue. The middle fibers are there, no? The middle fibers. It will attach to this dorsum, right? When it pulls, this dorsum will come down, right? That's called depresses the tongue. Okay? It depresses the tongue. The most important action of all these muscles put together is, for contraction, it protrudes the tongue forward. So this protrusion of the tongue forward is Very important, because just behind this there will be laryngeal inlet. So it pushes the tongue forward. Overall, all the muscle fibers. Forget about the anterior fibers, middle fibers, lower fibers. Forget about the overall. This muscle pushes the tongue forward. That is protrusion of the tongue. It is important. This action is extremely important, and it's called a safety muscle of the tongue, because it safeguards the person from choking. In extreme cases of unconsciousness, the tongue falls backward, closing the laryngeal inlet, and the person may choke and die due to anoxia or hypoxia. It is failure to ventilate. Okay. Therefore, it is important in an unconscious patient to pull the tongue outwards. Next up is the nerve supply. All the muscles of the tongue are supplied by a nerve which is coming like this. It's coming underneath the tongue and then supplying. You can see it's supplying the genioglossus. It's coming underneath the tongue. So what is this nerve name? It's called hypoglossal nerve. It's nothing but the 12th cranial nerve, except one muscle. So all the muscles are supplied by hypoglossal nerve of the 12th cranial nerve, except palatoglossus. The palatoglossus, you can see it's coming from soft palate to the tongue. It is a muscle of palate as well as muscle of tongue, but it is supplied by accessory nerve of the 11th cranial nerve. Other than that, all the muscles of tongue are supplied by hypoglossal nerve. You have to remember this. This is important. If there is a paralysis of hypoglossal nerve, if there is a damage to this, there is a paralysis of tongue muscles. You can't pronounce certain alphabets like L. Pronounce L without using tongue. See, it's not possible, no? So they are called lingual words. Okay. So, in summary, the extrinsic muscles are styloglossus, palatoglossus, genioglossus. Just now we did in detail the superior genial tubercle to the dorsal surface of the tongue. It protrudes the tongue forward, supplied by hypoglossal nerve, and hyoglossus. Action. The main action is protrudes the tongue forward, thereby preventing the closure of the laryngeal inlet. Therefore, it's called the safety muscle of the tongue. Like and share this video with your family and friends. Kindly press the thumbs up button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification. Thank you once again for watching this video.